Every night, a 22-year-old lies in bed. He imagines the company he'll build, the body he'll have, the money he'll make, the respect he'll earn. He can picture every detail. Tomorrow, he'll finally start. Then, tomorrow comes. He watches a few productivity videos, checks Instagram, replies to some messages, maybe cleans his desk. By the time the sun sets, nothing important happened. So before sleeping, he makes himself the same promise. Tomorrow, days become weeks, weeks become years. If that story felt similar, this video isn't about laziness. It's about one of the most dangerous psychological traps a person can fall into. Imagine two people. The first isn't very smart. He doesn't know every productivity trick. He doesn't overthink. Every day, he simply works. Just a little. The second person is different. He is intelligent. He has huge dreams. He watches podcasts, reads books, plans everything. His future looks incredible. Inside his head, 5 years later, the first person owns a business, the second person owns a notebook full of ideas. Why? Because your brain has a flaw. The moment you imagine success, your brain gives you a small reward, not as much as actually succeeding, but enough to feel good. You imagine standing on a stage, driving your dream car, getting millions of views, building an empire. For a few moments, you actually feel successful. Your brain whispers, "Good job," even though you haven't done anything yet. It's like scratching an itch that never really goes away. You feel relief, but nothing changes. Then something even stranger happens. People start telling you, "You are so smart, you have so much potential." At first, it sounds like a compliment. Eventually, it becomes a prison. Because once your identity becomes the smart one with potential, failure becomes terrifying. If you try, you might discover you're ordinary, but if you never try, you can keep believing you're extraordinary. Potential feels safe, reality is risky. So your brain chooses safety again and again and again. This is why ambitious people often make preparation for progress, watching another productivity video, buying another course, designing another perfect schedule, researching for hours. It feels productive, but it's comfortable. Planning gives certainty, action creates uncertainty, and the brain hates uncertainty. So it quietly convinces you that one more video, one more book, and one more week will finally make you ready. It never does. Here's the twist: the enemy isn't laziness, it's protecting your ego. Because every unfinished dream keeps your fantasy alive. The business is still perfect because it doesn't exist. The novel is still a masterpiece because no one has read it. Your future self is still incredible because your present self hasn't tested him. You are not protecting your dreams, you're protecting yourself from disappointment. Most people think procrastination steals time. It doesn't, it steals identity. Every promise you break to yourself teaches your brain something. I don't do what I say. One broken promise becomes 10, then 50. Eventually, you stop trusting yourself. And that's when ambition starts feeling heavy. Not exciting, heavy. So, how do you escape? You stop chasing motivation. You stop wanting to feel ready. You stop waiting to feel ready. Instead, you collect proof. Forget goals for a second. Ask yourself one question every morning: what proof can I create today? One workout, one paragraph, one sale, 1 hour of deep work. Tiny actions seem insignificant until you realize empires are built exactly that way, brick after brick after brick. Remember the young man from beginning, the one who kept saying tomorrow. One day he stopped making promises, not because he lost ambition, but because he realized something. Dreams don't change lives. Calendars don't change lives. Motivation don't change lives. Action does. He didn't become successful overnight. He simply became the kind of person who kept promises to himself, and that changed everything. Because here's the truth almost nobody wants to hear. The distance between your life you imagine and the life you live isn't talent, it isn't intelligence, it isn't luck. It's the number of promises you keep to yourself when nobody is watching. So tonight, don't promise yourself a better tomorrow. Give yourself proof that today was different.